where to go with damaged windows, he trusts the company.
The simple customer with just a domain and the free tools.
But website builder, we have plus 50% registration rate.
And there is a lot of people that or don't have time or don't know how to do it, and then they give up.
Hi, and the Google results is like, hi Hugo.
Hi.
Couldn't you represent yourself and your company?
So I'm Hugo Barata. I'm the marketing manager of the Portuguese Team Blue brands. In this case, PTisp and other brands here just for Portugal, because then we have a lot of companies in the rest of Europe.
As I remember your earlier ex-owners, I don't know, maybe one of them, he said like you are a leading company in Portugal or something like this, yes?
Yes, we are the leading company. We have, in this case, we have three companies. But in this specific company, the PTisp, it's more dedicated to high customers and high product solutions. But we have all kinds of customers. We have the simple customer with just a domain and the free tools, and then all the other customers that have, even we don't call it like hosting, they are solution, infrastructure and solutions.
In the last 5-10 years, lots of people allocate here in Portugal. And just a question, still support is Portuguese, or maybe people also writing, I don't know, in English or Spanish, I don't know.
Okay, we have support, and we have website and all our customer areas in Portuguese and in English. But mainly it's Portuguese. We have also some English, but mainly it's in Portuguese.
If it's not a secret, when somebody chat in English or let's say in Spanish, you answer in their own language using ChatGPT or native speakers?
I think that if it is in Spanish, we can understand. If it's writing, we can do it. But I don't have I'm not sure that we can reply in every language. Also because we are part of a big group and we have the international companies, and normally we redirect if it is a Spanish customer to the Spanish brand instead of. We have also in PTisp we have Spanish customers, but normally we have brands all over Europe, and we point them to there.
And Portuguese is like about 10 million plus people, and internet penetration here I think quite excellent.
Yeah, 90% more or less.
About domains, local domain is very cheap. .pt.
Yes, it's cheap, but we have it's the main extensions like .com, .net, and all of that. It's more expensive than that, but it's cheap. We sell like 17 euros per year the domain. At this moment we have a promotion, and sometimes we have this kind of promotions with the first year very low. Also 1 euro, and then 17.
And about hosting price, usually in Portugal, hosting price is similar as in Europe, like 2, 3, 4, 5 euros monthly, something like this.
Yeah, probably between, it depends, but between the 5 and 10 euros you can have a dedicated. It's a shared hosted, but for yourself.
Big company like you should have lots of customers, so you should have 24/7, and that, I think.
In this case, we don't have 24/7. We have an extended hourly for our customers, but it's not 24/7 for now. It's something that in the future can be, because PTisp have some high customers with big solutions. They have like a direct number with some technicians, so there for some people we have 24/7, but for the main of our customers it's like just like 9/17.
And just to understand your geographics, you work only in Portugal, or because you speak same languages, so I don't know, Mozambique, Angola, I don't know, part of Brazil also coming to this brand, or usually other brands responsible for this?
No, the main of our customers are Portuguese. We have some customers from other countries, but yes, then we have Brazilian market because they speak Portuguese, and then we also have African market from the countries that speak also Portuguese. And this is because I think, and as far as I understand, even in Africa, for example, it's slow in terms of the hosting and domain. There is not a lot of companies hosting and domain, so they choose Portugal because it's also easy to contact and to talk with us.
Yeah, regarding payments, as I see, of course, credit cards very popular here, PayPal, but I see like in smaller cities, people use local cards. And when they pay over the web, do they use these local cards and you need specific payment gateways, or mostly people pay international cards?
No, because in Portugal we have some specific method for payments. We have like Multibanco. It's a debit card, but we can send like some numbers and the amount, and they pay, and it's very secure. And since some years ago, we also have MBWay. I think it's also a Portuguese, but it's very, very simple. It's growing a lot because you connect your phone with your bank account, and then you just choose MBWay, put your phone number, and you receive on the app. You receive, if you accept the payment, you accept, and it's done. It's very, very easy. So I will say that the three main payment methods in Portugal are credit card, because at the beginning there was people were afraid to using credit card, but now we also have apps that create like one-shot credit card, so it's very secure. Then we have Multibanco, it's specific, and MBWay also specific for Portugal.
I was traveling over Portugal, and also Portugal, I think one of the most amazing country in the world from the castle point of view. There are lots of castles.
Yeah.
And I saw really lots of ads, offline ads, like Odo, like don't like to mention your competitors, but I see some people like advertise on the
billboards.
On the billboards. I think, did you try it? Is it?
Yeah, we had normally sometimes we had some on the entry of Lisbon or in the main cities, but we are more focused on online advertising because you can measure everything online. It's more easy, and it's more easy to measure everything, and then you can improve also everything, because we don't know. You can put a billboard on the entry of Lisbon, but then you don't know how much people will see and will contact us.
Yeah, there are a few methods how to track it, but usually it's very difficult. You can get promo codes, special numbers, but also what we did, we took one small city and bought all billboards for 1 or 2 months, and we made crazy deal, like something like, I don't remember, maybe like €2 per year, something. So our goal was to prove that billboard doesn't work. So in one city we take I forgot the company, this GDPR. This is the biggest ads provider in the Europe, this offline billboards. And we bought all billboards in one small city. No effect, absolutely.
Yeah.
was few registration.
I think it's more like brand awareness. So people see, then when people need, they will search and they recognize your brand because they see anywhere. But yes, it's difficult to have numbers to see if it works or no. In this way, it's easy because you bought all the billboards. So
but also regarding website builders, popularity is growing, isn't it? Did you test, for example, like AI website builder? Did people ask about this, or?
Yeah, it's growing. It's growing on the mass market because the big companies they do it by themselves, and they have other things. So it's growing because people want. At least Portugal, it's very high price sensitive. People don't want to pay a lot. If they could pay less, they will pay less. So building their own websites, it's easy. One problem that I find from our experience is that people normally buy. They want to create the website, but then they have to put some time in there to build. They can use AI to build the websites, but then they have to check, they have to see, put the pictures that they want from their business, and there is a lot of people that or don't have time or don't know how to do it, and then they give up.
We're still a little bit weak understanding what people expect when they type AI website builder. We saw also, if you go to Google Trends, like AI website builder now is more popular than shared hosting worldwide. And so this inquiry is really popular, and we see on the title page, if you put not website builder but AI website builder, we have plus 50% registration rate.
Yeah.
And then we see like people, they register, they try the product, also very good conversion, but when they go to the product, they expect AI. And we still do not understand what they expect. They would like to write AI prompt and generate a website, but we need to put in the website your contact details, everything. And now we, like in few weeks, our new version appears with where you can fully manage with AI full website builder. And still we still try to guess what people expect, because when they need AI website builder, what should be like, I don't know, 3D something, or they just would like to talk with builder, or they would just create design for them. We still do not understand.
Yeah, what I think they expect, it's what at least was what I expected when the first touch that I had with AI. You have to put your information there, and then your contacts, your business, and all of that, and then they will generate the tool will generate your website with your information. But then we also have to review everything to be sure that everything it's okay.
We basically tried all our competitors, and also of course there are two types of competitors: website builders who say we are AI, and also hosting companies, and also any, like, let's say DeepSeek have their own solution. So regarding any solutions building website with AI, of course there are lots of solutions, and if we go only to website builders, usually it's like text generation, image generation. Usually it's not ever generation, it's collection. It's taking information from any database, or like searching in the galleries, because generating images, it's quite expensive, like few cents per image, and if you need like to generate, like say 10 images for a website, it's firstly slow, expensive. And generate websites, we still now finally we succeed with like when AI generate real website, but also the problem is its beauty, because he doesn't understand what is beautiful. So it means like should be like some predefined blocks or something like this, and we still do not know where it's going, but we see like lots of traction from here.
Yeah, because AI is it's the word of the moment in this case, but then it's that I think that all the tools, at least for this kind of customers that don't have the knowledge to use AI and use these tools because they don't have the knowledge to create by themselves a website, I think it's the simple way. It's the way where they have to put there the less possible, and the tool create the website.
What do you recommend, cloud or on premises?
I will go with cloud. When you talk about premises, it's the customer have the server, let's call it like this, on the office, or like shared hosting.
For example, if you provide our solution, let's say website builder, let's say you can install and use it in or you can like use our cloud, something like this. But the question is of course very wide. It's just like your opinion. Like.
I will go with the cloud. I think it's more efficient. It's more probably will have less problems because of the online time that normally it's 100% that the site is it's online. So I will go with cloud.
I also in the long, of course there are some regions still like Africa where it's ping is very very slow, but here where in Europe I think.
Yeah. I've been on vacations in an African country this month. And
which countries?
Cape Verde. And they have a lot of blackouts of energy. So it's another thing that it's more secure to have everything in a cloud or in Europe than have there. So it's also for this kind of market that have some issues, still have some issues in energy and all of that. I think it's better.
Your market were very developed, and so I think lots of global competitors are here. GoDaddy, like lots of Wix, so I think lots of them try to advertise.
I don't think that the Portuguese customers, at least what we find, they not all, but the main they want to have someone that they can talk, that they know exists, and sometimes. Like other big brands, they don't have support in Portuguese, or they speak Portugal, or sometimes even for Portuguese market they are there with support in AI, and it's difficult sometimes when we have specific problems they like to call and to talk with someone and to see that someone is there. So I think that the main brands, we have one or two that are growing, but the Portuguese customers. I think they prefer a Portuguese company.
I think also the speed of the service and the speed of the servers, because if Americans
Yeah, and then you have also problems because all the laws that community union have right now, that you have to have all your customers' data in Europe and all of that. So it's also a plus for us in this case of American.
Yeah. By the way, I really spend now lots of times with lawyers, and this GDPR, of course.
Yeah.
Ever if your company is outside Europe, you need to follow Europe requirements.
Yeah.
By the way, if your company also is from Europe and you are in US, you should to follow their requirements. And of course, we know our market better. And one more thing, I think for customer is very important. It's just my opinion from the old history, that when customer knows where to go and damage the windows, he trusts the company, something like this.
Yeah, and we sometimes do events in Portugal, and I noticed that customers like to see our faces and to talk with us and to try to have a relation with us, and it's more easy for them to know the faces, and when they call to know that someone that they can that are here in Portugal, and they prefer like that.
And for example, can you share your maybe most successful ads, if you can do it? But it could be like ever from 10 years history, no problem, just to understand how.
No, in PTisp, because PTisp is a brand that has professional services and all of that, and we took some time to put the campaigns to be very efficient. Now we are in this efficiency with all the campaigns, selling a lot online, because now we can follow the journey of the customer since he searches in Google until he pays, and then lifetime and all of that. But it's Portuguese market is very price sensitive, so having a very strong price on the entry, it's a big advantage to have a successful campaign.
We now do our best. We're joining few our brands. They're a little bit similar, so the different services. We join ERP system and our website builder in one brand, under Site.pro brand. So we just understood, like, when you have two brands, you're like part of the big company, so you have many brands, and of course each brand has history, blah blah blah. But we understood, like, so when companies like Odo, Zoho, I don't know, others come to the market, they advertise one brand. And if you take a bigger countries like, I don't know, 100, like 50 million plus, they always should be like a big player who has lots of services, and he advertise one brand. And of course, and you trust, if it's a good name, you trust the brand, and then you follow the brand, and then we see in a Google search, so you have like two big brands and one strong. Yeah. And let's say if you go, let's say to Africa, let's say to not very developed country, let's say Mauritania, I don't know, and you type something in Google search local results, and because there are no lots of local results, he starts choosing the best globals. Yeah. And of course, who has a relationship, because no relationship with Mauritania, so he just takes biggest ones. And then if you're not biggest, he just ignores you. Okay. So we now really focus a lot on this search engine things. And I understood, like, we play with Google like 20 years ago, and a little bit technical, and we really test lots of SEO experts, and still think you will go deeper, like, and still understand, like, to find a good SEO person is too complicated. And we really every week we going better. You do lots of steps on all graphs. You go higher, and the Google results is like a little bit higher.
Yeah, but in the past our SEO, our AdWords was all made in the main of the company. Not in Portugal, but now we have persons dealing with this in Portugal, creating the campaigns and all of that, and I think that was also essential, because the markets are different and the companies are different, and we have been growing in this case on SEO and in Google Ads, I think also because of this, because we know what our customers want, what our possible customers search. So, and we are measuring everything so that we can improve, and we are always checking if we are losing positions or no. So
we are not very strong in Google, so we should be. But because you are here in Portugal, you're very focused on the market, and we have a few brands. One brand is very focused for Lithuanian market, and we have very good position and leading size on the market. But globally, when you have big brand and you're globally, you're like invisible, and this is a big problem for us. And yeah, but if we talk about success, we understood like if you make a brand, it means like you are. So brand start working somewhere. If you are below this level, it doesn't work. After some level, brand start supporting you. And like with what is very good with you, you have strong brand in Portugal. So you are like people recognize you and you work on brand.
Yeah, but if you are always, and we are always testing, we are always see what works, what doesn't work. So and that's, I think it's there that you can grow on the Google Ads or SEO or online search, because we make a lot of tests, a lot of mistakes, but we also we learn. Then we have, because we belong to a big group in terms of Team Blue, in terms of European group, and we can learn from each country and each team what they are doing, what works, what doesn't work, and we can test. But it's always because you have to test always, because sometimes we are doing something new and say this is going to work, and then it doesn't work because the markets are different.
Yeah, markets are different, and by the way, we stopped all Google Ads. And we see like when you stop Google Ads, you're losing Google positions. Google said it's not related, but technically it's related. And maybe you can share most unsuccessful things that you did, and it really works very bad. You put lots of efforts in these ads or maybe on this marketing campaign.
I can talk more in the marketing side, but I remember that some years ago we were launching, was a product cloud, it was a cloud product, and we did like a channel for clouds, very, very clean, very amazing, everything working, and very dynamic. And then we launch and we do like a soft launch. After 1 week, this doesn't sell, and we had to redo all the channel like was in the website, double work, so that, and then we start to sell. Probably for that time was very in our minds was amazing, but very advanced, so it doesn't work. It was amazing, but then probably was not selling. It was not a page to sell. So, but we make mistakes all days, and we have to improve to don't do this mistake again.
So you lost lots of money.
Not a lot of money, but some days of work from our teams, from our team, web design team, and all of that, and then we start to see this doesn't work, and then we have to redo all the channel on the website and all of that. It was not a lot of money. So. At this moment, when we want to launch something, when we want to redo some things, we have to do some tests. We cannot. Okay, let's do everything different, because in our mind, for us and for people that see this, it works, but then for the customer cannot work.
We also did lots of tests with pricing. Of course, we do lots of A/B testings, and you really have very deep analytics, and we saw like. When you have stable pricing, you have stable sales, and then you, let's say, increase the price, and then your income start growing. And then we see like 1-2 months it's growing, because like customers, let's say, they buy domains with you. They buy domains, you increase the price. They just in the last moment they came, so they start buying domains. But they understood like you increase the price, so possibly they switch to cheaper domains or to other provider. In the short term, like 1-2 months, you have income growth. For example, you have let's say service, like you have service 2 euros, you make it 3 euros. Technically it's like plus 50%, and you have like a gap, so it's really start going up. And but if you see like 3-6 months, it's going down, because people, you came to the restaurant, you see coffee was not, let's say, in Portugal here coffee is very cheap, but very delicious and very cheap. But let's say it was 1 euro, it make it like 3 euros, and like it's okay. But then you like every day you going, you just like you come like with five people, you just pay 15 euros just for coffee. It's like maybe you next time come to other place, and that's all. And the idea, like in the short term, when you do A/B testing, everything is good. But in the long term, and we now have like a joke in our office, like one more successful theory, that doesn't provide money. So like all graphs shows like, you know, that everything goes well, but no money.
Yeah. In the last years, we have some price increase, and you see the revenue start to grow up, the quantities then start to go down, and it's a fight that you have to have, and we make the studies to see how much it's affordable for the customer to buy a domain, an hosting plan, and all of that. But if we are looking about small companies that don't have a lot of money, they can buy a domain and they can have like an hosting or a website tool creation or everything very cheap. So it's
by the way, cross-selling inside the brand. So you have one brand and you have like, let's say, shared hosting, emails, domains. Like for example, person buy domain but doesn't use like email service, or he use email service and domain but not shared hosting with you, for example, or he has shared hosting for 10 years, doesn't use your VPSs. Did you try like cross-sell like this, and is it successful? Or?
Yeah, now we are changing a little bit. Now we are with, for example, automation email, and we can do campaigns automatic for that kind of customers. Also, one thing that we try to do, because sometimes, and we have this data, sometimes customers buy a domain, for example, but doesn't do nothing with the domain. So we want them to start to use the email, the website, the hosting, on all of that. So it's something that we and this, if we start with the domain that it's very cheap, then it's normal. We try to sell on top of that, because everything starts with the domain. We have also an error story of a customer that win a contest and win money for a product, an idea that they had. You go to exhibition with cards and all of that, and after the exhibition, okay, this was a lot of interest. Now let me register the domain that he already put on the card, and the domain was registered. So now everything starts, and the most important thing when you are launching a brand, it's the domain, and then on top of that you can put all the other services, and this is what we are trying to do also.
What we see really a weak place of hosting. Just our opinion, people buy hosting once a year, let's say, and they domain extend once per year. Usually it's automatically, but for hosting they do not come to shared hosting account, let's say, how to say it, to the control panel periodically. He doesn't need it, and here is too complicated to upsell, because people very rare inside. In our ERP system, we see like people inside, and sometimes cross-selling, like just making specific message for this customer. You know that this customer has that kind of integration, and you can save his time. You just upsell the service. So the right message inside the, not ever email, right message inside the system can provide more sales than a person in the company who with a phone. And we tested, let's say, we have new service, let's say, free integration with banks, and we put a call center person who just called, and then we just dedicate them to other task, and then make a robot with it. So robot provide more results, and the robot, you know, and we have now like, I don't know, maybe 70 different messages, depend on the company size, and really these messages inside the profile sells more. But with hosting, people do not go very often here. With the ERP system, people usually come every day, or like with webmail, people coming very often. But with hosting, no.
But what you are doing with the tool, probably it's communicating with the message that you want for that kind of customer, segmenting put a segment of the customer and communicate, and this will generate for sure more results. For now we are doing that only on base of newsletters, but go to the customer area and have the specific message for that specific customer, it's something that will sell for sure more.
So maybe thanks for your time, and
thanks a lot.
I think it was very interesting for our guys.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time and for this interview.